welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. And we got some recording happening. I just had me open speaker. And welcome everyone in attendance. As per the Shire of Perenjori policy, I respect the community acknowledging past and present traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting, the Badibai people. It is a privilege to be standing on their own country. We'd like to join me in prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our trespasses, and we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, now and forever. Amen. I also acknowledge the findings of several of this country, develop the land and turned it into the productive country we are today. On the slide, attendance, we have all of our elected members, staff, Lightning and Chloe, no distinguished members at stage, no members of the public. Oh, and Chloe. Sorry. Like he's the bench. Okay. All right. So do we have, so there's no audience then? No. Have a question time? We have none. On notice or without notice?
No questions.
No. Applications for leave of absence. Do I have any notice?
Oh, yes, for July, thank you. June, I think, closes.
So, Councillor Hector has granted leave for absence on the meeting, the June meeting.
Yes.
2025. Can I have someone to move that? Councillor Bradford, the seconder. Councillor Fraser. Anyone against the motion? All in favour? Carried 7-0. Okay, we'll go on to the previous minutes held on the 16th of April. Can I have someone to move those minutes, please? Councillor Bryant, similar. Councillor Hector, Councillor Bryant, would you like to speak? Councillor Hector, anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. I'm going to put 7.2 in here. Chloe, is the minutes of the special meeting held on the 15th of May, if concerned, as correct? As well. Last week's meeting, can I have someone to move those minutes? Councillor Sparkman, seconder, Councillor Bradford, Councillor Sparkman, do I speak to?
No.
Councillor Bradford.
No.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried. 0. Yep, sorry, we'll give you a minute. Announcements by presiding member without discussion. I would like to announce that we've had successful negotiations with our preferred candidate for the CEO's position, and it will be made public in the next days. Okay, petitions, deputations and presentations, none. Announcements of matters for which the meeting may be closed, which will be done. And if you have a declaration of interest, please let us know as you go through. Haven't got any at the moment, I don't think.
No.
All right, we will move on to 12.1, our monthly financial report for the 4th of April 2025. Someone to move the financials. Councillor Campbell, seconder. Councillor Hector, Councillor Campbell, would you like to speak to the motion? Councillor Hector. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. Item 12.2, schedule of financial activity for the period ending 5th of April 2025. Someone to move that. Councillor Fraser, seconder. Councillor Bradford, Councillor Fraser, would you like to?
No.
Councillor Bradford. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. All right, 12.3, fees and charges, 25-26. Can I have someone to move the item and that's any words? Yes, can we suspend things? Councillor Hepworth, a seconder. Councillor Bryant, all in favour? Carried 7-0. Notice move that will amend that the fee code that we delete the labour and forward section, as it's no longer in operation at this stage. Okay. So it will read that adopts the fees and charges schedule as presented and amended. Right. Yeah. And incorporates these fees and charges to the 25-26 annual budget. Can we return to reduce that voice?
Nothing changes.
Can I have someone to review standing orders? Councillor Fraser, seconder. Councillor Bryant. All in favour? Carried 7-0. Can I have someone to move the amended item, please? Councillor Fraser, Councillor Hepworth, Councillor Fraser, Councillor Hepworth. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. Okay, 12.4, request for discounted accommodation fee. Can I have someone to move the item? No. Councillor Sparkman, and seconder. Councillor Fraser. Councillor Sparkman, you speak to the item?
Yeah, I'd like to think it's a great idea that the doctors do their time in town and if they can get a discount to keep their accommodation in Perenjori, I think it's great. So
That's the favour.
No. Over.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0, absolute majority. 13.1, disposal of council dental properties.
And standing rules?
Yes, in standing orders. Councillor Bradford, do I have a seconder? Councillor Sparkman, all in favour? Carried 7-0.
I just think it's a bit quick to not let them know, so I just want to lay it on the table. That's what I want to do. And pretty difficult, not very much to say about that, but to lay it on the table for now anyways, until next council meeting.
In order to advise.
In order to advise the occupants. Yeah, just what we're thinking of doing. That's all.
yeah, I agree. Yeah. This is a full disclosure.
Next council meeting.
Anyone against that amendment?
Just
No. Any other comments?
I agree with Councillor Bradford. I'd like to do it on the table as well, and so we can notify the occupants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Councillor Bradford too. I just think full disclosure before we go to the resolution here.
All right, okay. All right, so can I have someone that we resume standing orders? Clear about the amended 11 10.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, councillor Fraser moved to the Shire standing orders. And second down, Bryant, all in favour? Carried 7-0. All right, so I have someone to move the amended.
What do we do? Move it first, and then what do we do? Or just say, can we lay it on the table?
Yeah.
Can we lay it on the table?
Second, councillor Brad.
Councillor Bradford to move that we lay that item on the table. Can
Second.
I have a seconder? Councillor Fraser. Do you want to speak to the item?
No, all good.
Anyone against the item? The item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. At 13.2, financial contribution towards the IT hardware for justice of youth.
Bring standing.
Yeah, councillor Campbell to suspend standing orders. Can I have a seconder? Councillor Sparkman, all in favour? 7-0. Councillor Campbell.
Look, I think it's a great idea. We can help out, or not just justice, but any young people of the community. Yeah, I think it'd be awesome if the Shire could help in any way to get her to get to these programs, and yeah, I think it'd be a great idea.
Do you think it's an amount that should be put forward, or do we buy the item and then gift it to justice? Is that, how do you see that this would actually be a better way of going about things?
I believe that's right. I don't know much about the computers, but that's right. Obviously, what's the easiest way for the Shire to probably do it? That's right. Buy it and gift it to her, or
Does it read that justice is actually looking at other avenues for finance as well, but it's not heard back from anybody, has she?
No.
No.
That was my only concern for it as well, but I'm a bit concerned that she's going to go over and above what it's worth.
Well, eventually everyone's going to start giving it to her.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I think she asked Shane.
Yeah, Shane, yeah.
The amount that it cost to.
That's the $550 fee or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a chance to what you could? Yeah, look,
Well, I'm just concerned if, let's say, what's a laptop worth?
she's got here between
Two.
850 here.
So what if she gets, if we give her 1,000 and she raises 3 from local businesses, I mean, that's my only, I'm not even sure if it is our concern, I'm just.
That's where probably I'm not sure. I was going by the pictures of the laptop she's got. If we bought the laptop and gifted it to her, I don't.
Yeah, I was thinking about.
What it's saying, we give her say $1,000 payment and she gets $3,000 off someone else, so then that's right, you end up with buy that. I presume this is what she's looking in the 2 pictures she's seen.
Yeah. So I think that would be fairly basic laptops at that point.
Yeah. It's even surprised.
Last laptop I bought was like 1,800.
Yeah, I was surprised at the price. They're pretty. I mean, I don't know much about computers, but
No, and that was a HP.
Is that the Shire's research on what a laptop should be? Because that's not what Justice is saying.
oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Justice is obviously looking at a bit more high end and everything else, I assume. Yeah.
Probably, what else we buy a laptop that's not big enough for her needs?
Well, I suppose would we get in contact with her to see what she did say?
That is the other
did
thing.
say what sort of money? I think.
When the Shire has a budget of 9,000 towards youth programs, what else does that 9,000 go on towards youth?
Someone's gone on to an event that's coming up in the hall.
Yeah. But we have enough in that to cover the cost of the whole one. Yeah.
Would you just do some like 500 or something like that? You know, would that be a gift in something like that? I'm thinking anyway. You know, just for goodwill, $500 or whatever. I mean, it's a little.
I think she might be struggling to get, she hasn't gone to the first 2 meetings. I'm not sure why that is, or whether she hasn't got accommodation. Or away with getting down there. I think financially it might be a bit of a struggle. That's why I was thinking we actually go out and buy an laptop or up to, you can have discussions with us, that's up to an amount. And then make sure you get what student needs.
Yeah.
That's our contribution and maybe get her to come back and do a report or at least give us a written report.
Sure.
I was actually saying, yeah, sorry,
Yes.
laptop 1,200 to $2,000, yes, yeah.
Yeah, we need to. It's a great opportunity. I thought her at the time she was very excited about the other night and so it'd be nice to support her, but yeah, I'm open to how to go about that.
Contact her and ask her exactly what laptop she wants.
Yeah.
And then that would probably purchase it for her if it particularly is worth it.
Would we now put it up to a limit, how much to spend or?
Well, I think we could go up to, yes,
Yeah.
an amount and then get the laptop
See.
in that budget.
See if it is what she.
As I say, it's not worth buying a laptop if it's not quite big enough for her, what she needs, but we don't know how big a laptop she needs.
Or once. You know,
Or
so
once,
you
yeah.
get laptops that are $2,000-3,000 worth.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, if you give us a budget, then you say, well, this is what the budget is, you can get the rest of the money for that check.
Yeah, that's right.
That's up to you. They will buy one and gift it to
That's,
them.
yeah,
So,
that's what I'll do. I'll have a chat with her and see what.
Does she give it back after the
Exactly, she
thing,
wants.
or does she give it back after?
no, that's,
Gift it.
no, unless you want to put that in the condition.
Goes it up. You know, or they go out of date or.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, I think it's a very good program and it'd be good for her as sort of ambassador of Perenjori. I mean, I don't know the girl, but reading this could help in the future.
Has anyone done it in this area before, or particularly our Shire before? Anyway, it's an opportunity to maybe give her an opportunity to go further. Then maybe she may not have that opportunity otherwise.
Do we buy a laptop for $1,000 and gift it to her, or what's everyone's thoughts?
No, I think the same, maybe find out what she needs, and obviously, of course, not a $5,000 one, but we've got to restrict it, but something, find out what she probably needs. And obviously it'll depend on our budget or.
Ask her what she needs it for.
Yeah, if we give it $2,000 or we go and buy a laptop for $2,000 or $3,000, and are we taking away from other kids in the town or whatever? You know, we only got $9,000 to spend on them. I mean, it's not like we've got heaps of money floating around for everyone. Every kid's worth the same, aren't they, or whatever?
No, we haven't been.
As long as it's an over in the budget, if you've got $9,000 enough, then we'll just see what we got left or whatever and say, well, that's what we got. So, yep.
Budget gets spent.
It doesn't get spent.
It would.
No.
And we don't get too many people asking for assistance, have we? Or
No, so
Yeah.
can we go up to an amount of 1,200?
yeah,
So
Up to staff to negotiate with Justice about what she actually needs and then buy
sounds
the equipment
Yep.
and present it to her.
good. Yep, sounds good.
so we don't want to slow the process down.
No,
She gets
It's
it.
very missed too.
It's very useful. I don't think, and yeah, great.
And I'm assuming she needs something like this before her camp. Is that?
I would say so.
Yeah.
So it's 1,200, no ongoing subscription costs because virus software, all that sort of thing. So yep, there's the computer. It's up to you to look after it for now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that'd be
That's
good.
yeah.
It would have the awkward and whatever on them, yeah.
Not really. No.
you start, you have to buy the subscriptions,
You gotta put the programs on.
put the programs on there to load it up. And even like virus software, that's got an annual cost to it as well. If you want better stuff. That's the thing, here's the money, you want the computer up to away you go, it's all yours, it might cost a bit more as well. Don't know.
If you could shop around for those,
Yeah, if it's up to that amount.
either had what had got it or she could, yeah, that's on.
You may well get some money.
Yeah.
Elsewhere as well, so sure, but yeah, working on it, and I'm happy with that one.
Is it everyone happy?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
And that,
I think it's good.
Right, we will then go, resume standing orders. Can I have someone to councillor Hepburn, seconder? Councillor Bryant, all in favour? Carried 7-0. All right, back to the item. So we jump to the amount of $1,200 towards the cost of the laptop. Can I have someone to move that? Councillor Campbell and second Councillor Bryant. Councillor Campbell, would you like to speak?
No, I just obviously it's a good idea, to show and contribute to her. Yeah, and leave it up to Laura and staff to see what she thought of laptop she's tasting, but all good.
Councillor Bryant.
No, I think it's a great idea. Good submission. People are going to come forward like that. Pretty good idea.
$14.1 outbuildings local planning policy. Someone to move the item. Suspend standing orders.
Oh, it's suspend standing orders and it in place.
Yes, suspend standing orders. Councillor Sparkman, can I have a seconder? Councillor Bradford, all in favour? Carried 7-0.
Yeah, can I just get Paul to like just like explain that in an easier version for me of how that would work, please? So I read it a few times.
Well, in relation to our buildings, it's making the sheds you allowed without a planning approval bigger. So at the moment, as we put on table 2, the Shire of Perenjori, for a residential and town site, lots of just a normal 1,000 square metre lot, your size without planning permission is 80 square metres with wall height of 4 metres and overall height of 5 metres. So you're increasing that to the residential town site to 120 square metres. You're putting an extra 4 square metres on that.
I actually understand that. It doesn't go to town planning, it goes to you to make that decision.
Yeah, well, it's you don't need approval for it.
Yeah.
You can go up to that site without planning.
But they still have to bring it to.
No.
No, they don't have to. They don't even have to see you about it.
That's right. Yeah.
They can just do it. Yeah.
They can do it. They can do it now. That's nice.
Yeah. So what is left up to you then to decide? When it says these are left up to the CEO.
Yeah. It's a lot of it's by delegated authority as well. Where are you reading that?
However, in the past, Shire staff have referred shared applications that were considered to have potential blah blah blah. For council and also to determination Shire's local planning policy, but now it's just to the when we're reading it to the CEO to make these decisions.
It's like a lot of the things are it's up to the CEO to exercise the discretion at times because you give that delegated authority. It's my practice to bring things that are a bit unusual or a bit bigger back to council so you know what's going on in your town. If somebody's looking at a 120 square metre shed, then if they approve it, so yeah, it's all okay. Really popular with the name.
And for these changes, if we vote today, if the changes in here, then if it goes forward, does that just like how does that go out to the people? They just have to read the website. They want to know, or does it get advertised as changes in this?
It has to be advertised.
Yeah.
That's out there, so because we've been advertising really. This is one we're doing one from a number of months back where you moved to start the process. It's sort of like tree planting policy. Where they have to advertise for legislation and stuff like that.
Usually the builders, like if they're going to get someone to build it, they'll go to council and sort it out with it. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll know what's going on. But if you're doing it yourself, you'll better make sure you're going in.
Yeah.
That's all.
But if it's under a certain size, you can do it yourself and don't need approval.
So they plan approval.
So it's good. It's actually good. I reckon it's good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is good though, isn't it?
Oh, it's
It takes
good.
a lot of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially where the blocks are so much bigger here, there's a lot of open space, empty space, so people like having a big shed.
Yeah.
It's one of those. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those.
Do you know them?
No, it's not, but on a residential block, it's
Yeah.
quite large.
Yeah.
It's-
It's one of those
Good.
common sense decisions. I
Shit,
think. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All right, then I get someone to resume standing orders, please. Councillor Sparkman, seconder, councillor Bryant, all in favour? Carried 7-0. Someone to move the item, please. Councillor Bradford, councillor Fraser, councillor Bradford, would you like to speak? Councillor Fraser, anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. Okay, 14.4, elected members' fees, allowances and expenses. This is the 2025-26. This is one we laid on the table last night. Which one? It's been standing orders, number seconder for that, please. Councillor Bryant, all in favour? Carried 7-0.
So just my understanding, we've agreed to the councillors, like, and the deputy president, that's all staying the same, like 75%. So there was some discussion about the president's wage, and I right in just understanding all that.
Yep.
Me personally, I know the increases, well, there's 3 increases. I'm probably in favour of the 75%. Our president's never actually asked for more money, and I just think we're lucky to have a president that we do at the moment. She does an amazing amount of work, and misses meetings or events that we don't even know about, basically, it's fair to say, as councillors. I think we've got it pretty easy as councillors with our president. I think just even the new recruitment of the CEO, how much time, we literally have no idea how much time she's spent, so I'm happy with 75% increase, but that's just my thoughts.
I think it's responsible.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I just say, but I think that it's a big increase. I think there's a fine line of you feeling like you need to do a job rather than wanting to do a job. So keep that in mind. And I'm happy with the decision, but I just think that you want the person in this seat wanting to do it for the money. Yeah, there's a lot of time, but it's not you do it because you want to do it. So that's just my thoughts.
So, Madam President, are you worried for your successor? You know, like we might just be doing it for the money and not for the want. Is that what you're worried
I
about?
think it's something to be aware of, but I'm thinking maybe not that bigger increase. Maybe it should be a gradual thing.
But also, it's not fair to know that the next president gets those things as well. It's going to be the council.
Yeah.
So if it's
It's warranted.
well, that's to the new council decide. My aim is, I think our president warrants
Yes.
Absolutely.
that.
Or what?
That's only my opinion. I mean, I understand it's that, yeah.
I mean, I totally agree. And now with that new legislation, you'll be able to get more travel allowance as well that you couldn't before, it's my understanding, is that correct?
No, well, this is an overarching.
I know this is just your fees, but we'll go before you were claiming travel as well. You are allowed to get more travel now, is that correct?
Yeah, I don't-
Oh, we should have that. Yeah,
Some of the items where the wild companies and the regional road group, that sort of thing, yes. Or is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
I suppose it's up to the individual whether they want to claim that.
Yeah, I agree with that, yes.
If there's that increase in.
I also feel like there should be a bit of incentive to take on this top job of the president as well, you know, like, it's a big job. We all just sit here and all, no joke, what you do, no.
Yeah, it's to be honest, no one else here wants it.
Yeah,
Personally, you don't think I'm
I
ready.
just,
ready for
I
it.
don't have the capabilities to do it like you do, like, well, you know, it's just, but yeah, it's totally deserved.
And it's not set in stone forever, it's not arguments.
Doing us a favour by doing the job.
That's what you do a very good job.
All right, well, I will resume standing orders. Yes, can I have someone to move? Councillor Fraser, seconder, Councillor Bryant, all in favour. Carried 7-0. All right, can I have someone to move that item? Councillor Petgrove and yes.
So do I need to go, the councillors stay at 75%?
Yeah,
You need to do both, because even though you may have thought you agreed, you haven't resolved it yet, so you need to resolve both.
Yeah.
Two A and B, and you did say the percentages.
So councillors to remain 75%. Deputy President to remain the same. And the council president to receive a 75% increase.
What's
So 75.
the maximum?
Oh, yeah, sorry. That good enough?
Okay, yeah. Seconder, Councillor Fraser. All right. Okay, Councillor Hegwood, do you want to speak for the item?
No, thanks.
Councillor Fraser?
No.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Sorry? Me against? Yes, yeah. All right. Okay,
Carried by a search, right?
carried on.
7-0.
Yes. Sorry. All right, confidential items. We don't have these confidential items. Ordering from the seal. Reports of committees and members. Anyone have any reports at this stage? Most motions of which previous notice has been given. No. Notice of motions, no. New business of an urgent nature. We have a late item, which is our chair mining item. 20.1, the Terra Mining Road User Agreements. Yes, can I have someone to move that we accept the item, please? Councillor Bradford, seconded Councillor Campbell. All in favour? Carried 7-0. Right. We need to suspend standing orders or discuss. Yes. Councillor Campbell, seconder, please. Councillor Bradford, all in favour? Carried 7-0. All right. Councillor Campbell, would you like to start the discussion off?
Yeah, I think with the new CDO starting coming up shortly, maybe not a 12-month term, maybe a 6-month term. Just so maybe, yeah, it's with him a bit of time to get used to it. And I know that we won't agree with Terra Mining, but just putting it out there. But yeah.
I agree with it. I think Terra have been fantastic. I don't have a problem with
No.
it, but it also gives the CEO a chance to enter negotiations and meet them. I mean, which I'm sure he will anyway, but yeah, I don't think we're upsetting Terra by not doing the 12 months. I mean, but that's just me. Yeah.
You know, I'm the same. I'm on 6 months as well.
6 months.
Something like that. That'd be, yeah. That's about the north of it. So
Are we making any difference between 6 months and 12 months? We're just making it for homework, really.
Steady I'd do some negotiating with her, maybe, I'm not sure, but
Pretty sure Paul would have done.
I know, yeah.
I don't know, we're going to make any difference. Like, we're not now.
I reckon they'll be back here in 6 months, and then they'll be back here in 6 months after that. 6 months after that, we're going outside in and out the door all the time.
Why not just go 12 months and put up it done? They get the main roads agreement before. Anyway, last couple of times they've overridden us and got the main roads agreement. I think we're just doing extra paperwork. Nothing.
Only the other thing I suppose would be, but they will update anyway if there's any updates on rail options. But it's us to decide.
I was just thinking also 6 months gives us a bit of power, and well, not power maybe, but that we just not just walkovers, we just don't go into everything they say, but that's, yeah. I agree it is more paperwork, but I just think it's a chance for the new CEO to
Play the game for a bit.
So I think we're just giving the new CEO a chance to use negotiation skills on the line.
Very much. All right, can I resume with some of the review standard rules? Is there any other discussion on anything else? So, no, everything else will be clear. Can I resume standing orders? Please, councillor Bradford, seconded councillor Sparkman, all in favour. Carried 11-0. All right, I will put the item. So can I get someone to amend the item if they wish? Councillor Bradford?
Yeah, to amend it. Can I amend this?
Yes.
To 6 months.
So to.
Are you going to go? You're going to go to 30th December, or
Yeah.
I suppose that. Yeah,
Right.
that's what I want to put in there. Yeah.
Second for that. Councillor Campbell. Councillor Bradford, would you like to speak to the item?
No.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. All right. Yes, all right. I'll close the meeting. Thank you for coming. 3:38. Next meeting will be held on the 19th of June.